Hello friends, welcome to my finance class. Today I'll teach you about time value of money. As you know that the basic rule of finance states that money today is worth more than money secured tomorrow, which means that money today can be used for consumption to gain satisfaction. Time value of money is explained with the help of two important concepts. They are future value and present value. Future value is the amount a sum will grow to in a certain number of years when compounded at a specific rate, whereas present value reflects the current value of a future payment. So future value is calculated with the help of a technique called as compounding, and present value is calculated with the help of a technique discounting. So compounding is the process of increasing cash flows to a future value, whereas discounting is the process of reducing future cash flows to a present value. So in case of future value, we calculate compound interest, whereas in case of present value, we calculate discount rate. Compound interest is earned both on the original principal amount and on interest previously earned, whereas the discount rate is the interest rate used in the discounting process to find the present value of a future cash flows. Now I'll explain you how to calculate future value with the help of Excel functions. So as I told you before, future value is simply a given sum of money. When invested for a period of time, it will grow to a future sum of money. So here a problem is given that suppose you deposit $100 in a saving account earning 10% compounded annually for 5 years. So how much is in the account at the end of that time? So we have been giving here present value, that is $100, interest rate, that is 10%, and number of periods, that is NPR, that is 5 years. Now we have to find out the future value. So normally we used to apply the formula, that is future value FV equals to present value into 1 plus R to the power n. So manually when we solve this future value, we do it like this. Like we write the formula, we put the values in the formula, we calculated it, and we find the answer. So calculation for cash flows in large time frames, it becomes difficult to handle manually. So MS Excel offers a simple answer to calculations that involve with time value of money. So Excel spreadsheets, they makes the time value calculations simple, easy, and also lays the foundation for advanced financial modeling. So here I'll show you how to solve this problem with the help of Excel formula and also with the help of Excel function. So first I'll tell you how to solve with the help of Excel formula. As you see here, we have been giving all these values. Now first I'll tell you this PV is the present value that is being given in your question. Then interest rate, that is 10%, number of periods, that is 5, and future value. So to find the future value, if we'll apply the formula, we simply type equal, then we'll take B15 into bracket, then 1 plus R to the power 5. So the answer is same as we have calculated manually. Similarly, we have got this answer by applying formula in our sheet. To make it more simple, I'll show you another problem wherein we apply the Excel functions. Suppose we have been giving here the present value as 100,000. We have been giving interest rate as 15% and number of periods as 10 years. So we have to calculate the future value by applying Excel function. So the syntax that we used is giving here. So let me show you how to calculate it. Just type equal and type FV. You see the FV function has come here. Just click on it. Now you see the syntax as it was giving here. You first take rate, then comma, NPER, then comma, then it is PMT where you will take 0, comma, and you will take present value and bracket closed. This is the answer. While applying the functions in Excel, you have to keep certain things in mind. Here I have taken rate in decimals. So you will take the rate in decimals, not in percentage. Here in this syntax you see PMT. I have taken this PMT as 0. It is the equal payment in each period. But here we have to keep it 0 in this function. Then comes your PV. PV is the present value given in the question. So here also I have to keep in mind that I'll put PV in minus. So my answer will be positive. If I don't put in minus, my answer will be negative. We have to make sure that we have to put PV in negative so that we can get our answer in positive. One more thing is giving as type. This type is assigned 0 if cash flows occur at the end of the period, or 1 if they occur in the beginning of the year. And when type is not mentioned, it is assumed to be 0. So I have not taken here anything. If I put it 0, then also my answer is same. So this is my calculation for future value. Sometimes we have to calculate for compounding more than once a year. So it is like the more frequently interest is compounded, that is the larger the future value of $1 at the end of the given time period. I have taken the same question as before, that you deposit $100 in an account that pays 5% annually with semi-annual compounding for 2 years. Now here it is semi-annual, means 2 times in a year. So the formula that we used here is PV into 1 plus R upon M to the power M into N. Here I have used it like I have put the $100 as PV, then multiply with 1 plus R, that is 0.05, divide by 2 because it is semi-annual. So we take 2 here and we take MN, that is M is 2 into 2 years. So we have applied it, we have calculated it, and we've got the answer as 110.38, which is again a lengthy process. So if we have more than 2 compounding periods or like that, it will take lengthy calculation to find out the value. Simply what we'll do is we apply the function. So how will apply? I have put the values here as $100 present value, rate 0.05, and NPER, that is 2 years, and we have to find out the future value. So first what we'll do, we have taken the present value as it is. Interest rate will be calculated as, we'll take equal, we'll take 0.05 divide by how many compounding periods? It is 2. So we have got this compounding interest rate. Now for periods, number of years, it is M is 2 into number of periods. So we have got number of periods as 4. Now we'll put simple function, that is, now what is the rate? Rate is this one, comma, NPER, comma, payment is 0, comma, present value is, comma, 0. We have got the same answer as it was before. So this way we can calculate the compounding periods. So that's all about future value calculations.